Hello, guys.
Hello, teacher.
I'm very glad to see you this morning. How are you doing?
Great.
I hope you're doing great. So Christmas is coming, and that's the time for good actions. By the way, do you like riding a merry-go-round?
Of course.
Let's use this technique to break the ice. Stand up, please. Form two circles. So Vlad, Anna, Ruslan and Ksenia form the inner circle. And the rest form the outer circle. So the task for the inner circle is to ask temporary partner questions written on the card. You have to interview your partner and then share their information with the class.
Should have not.
But break the ice and share Nina's opinion on the question.
All right. My question was, do you take part in fundraising events for charity? She does not take part in fundraising events for charity yet, but she plans to do it in the future. She thinks it's very important to take part in those events and help humans and animals.
That's a good job. Please take your seats. It was excellent, and I think that nothing can stop you right now. So let's pass over to the goal setting. You will watch the short video, and you should guess what we are going to talk about today. What do you think? What is the topic of our lesson?
We are going to talk about charity.
Yes, you are right. The topic of our lesson is charity is essential in the modern society. So now let's do some vocabulary work. Look at the slide. Listen to me and repeat after me. Conscious act.
Conscious act.
Precious.
Precious.
Urge.
Urge.
Compassion.
Compassion.
Grief.
Grief.
Essential.
Essential.
To relieve.
To relieve.
Some words. Relief.
Relief.
Poverty.
Poverty.
Eradicate.
Eradicate.
Sorrow.
Sorrow.
And now it's your turn to read these words one by one. So Vlad.
Conscious act. Сознательное действие.
Precious. Ценный. Urge. Желание.
Compassion – сострадание. Grief – огорчение.
Essential. Важно.
Relief – облегчать.
Let's do some vocabulary exercises. So the first exercise is to match the English words with the Russian equivalents. But I want to have some kind of a competition. So one student goes to the computer and does this task on the computer. And the rest do this task on the sheets of paper. And then we will check who has fewer mistakes and who was faster. But come up to the computer, please. So guys, you were really fast. And have you finished, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Have you got any mistakes?
No.
Wow, guys, you're so smart. Okay, Vlad, please take your seat. The next exercise is to complete the sentences. One by one. Let's start with Nastya. Nastya, please come up to the computer. Okay, please read the sentence.
It goes away. Compassion is an emotion that causes you to feel what someone else feels and want to relieve their pain.
Okay, take your seat. Thank you. The next, Ruslan.
She looked at him with sorrow in her eyes.
Okay, right. Let's move on and read the text. But it won't be just reading, it will be creative reading. So we will use the technique that is called insert. While you're reading, please mark the sentences with a tick if you have already known the information, with a plus if information is new for you, the minus if you think otherwise, and the question mark if you don't understand something and have questions. I think that you have finished this work. So what information have you already known? Okay, Masha, please.
I have already known that charity is the selfless act which originates from the heart.
Okay. What information was new for you? Nina, please.
It's new for me that charity begins with an inward recognition of a need to show compassion to others with it.
I see. But you're a lucky one because now you have figured it out. What information do you think otherwise about?
Actually, I agree with all the content in the text.
Why not? I see a point. And the last, what information you don't understand?
I have a question. What do people mean when they say that charity should begin at home?
I think that a charity have to start in people's heart. So that is why some people say that charity begins at home, when the mother care of the child, for example.
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's discuss the text we read with the help of method 6 thinking hats. The 6 thinking hats method works by assigning 6 metaphorical hats to different types of human thinking. Each thinking perspective is represented by a different hat color. So during the discussion, each person presents the issue from his hat perspective, meaning that the team has a chance to consider the problem in 6 different ways. Remember that each hat has its own meaning. So the white hat is about facts, the red one is about emotions and about your attitude to the problem. The black hat is about drawbacks of the problem. The yellow one is about positive side. The green hat is about alternatives. And the blue hat is about conclusion. So on this stage, you have to summarize the whole information we discussed. I'll give you some minutes to think over the problem of our lesson, charity is essential in the modern society, and then each person will present his opinion on this problem. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's start working. Zach, you're welcome to start. Let's start with the white hat.
I know that charity is the act of extending love and kindness to others unconditionally. It should begin at home and originates from the heart.
Okay, I agree with you. Then, red hat.
I strongly feel that charity is important to have a thriving society. There's a lot of people in need that need help, and charities provide that help for them. I'm certain that the people who are helped by the charities will then go on to overcome their hardships and become a contributing member of society again.
Okay, I see your point.
In my opinion, the main danger of charity is that Some organizations may use charity as a cover for fraud to fool people or gain some money from innocent donors. And also some organizations may not show how they use the raised fund, and it gives some doubts among donors.
Okay, yes.
Sure, charity has many weaknesses and dangers, but there are much more plus points. Firstly, charity helps to deal with global problems such as diseases and catastrophes. And secondly, it provides poor people with food, shelter, medical aid, and other fundamental needs.
Okay, I agree with you. And the green hat.
I think that there are a lot of methods. For example, the most simple way to solve the problem is to help sick people and animals in shelters from the death.
Okay, and the last blue hat.
In conclusion, I like to say that charity is essential and meant to be done for public benefit, relief, and to provide assistance to people at times of need in any part of the world, especially for those who are the victims of war, natural disaster, hunger, poverty, disease, orphans, by supplying them with food, medical aid, shelter, and other fundamental needs.
Okay, thank you guys. That was really nice work. That was fantastic. Thank you for your active work today. Let's draw a conclusion and reflect on what you have done today. Let's use the PRESS formula. Look at the slide. So each letter means different. The first letter P means your point of view. The second letter means reason, why you think so. The next letter means example. And the last letter means summary. So that is why. For example, I consider that charity is very essential in the modern society because there are many people, animals that are in need of help. For example, shelters. And that is why I think that people should help the animals, the peoples, and the shelters. So, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's summarize our lesson. Who wants to start? Okay, please.
Consider that charity is important because it makes the world much safer and kinder. For example, when people help each other or reconstruct historical buildings. That is why I think charity is what people need.
Okay, and one more student. Who wants? Okay, please, Masha.
I consider that charity is one of the most important things because we can help people who need our help. For example, we can give unnecessary things to poor people. That's why I want to do charity.
Now I want to thank you again. I hope that you will be generous and helpful people. Thank you. Lesson is over. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.